look into the crystal, there is nothing to fear. Only the truth. The haunted sky where whispered legends crawl, the seventh son of a seventh son, they foretold I'd hear them call. Romanian blood remembers what the blind refuse to see, while shadows from forgotten stars have always spoken through me. Interrogation is an art, the mind's a fragile cage. Every secret longs to breathe upon another page. You built your walls with reason, but your certainty will fall. One glance into my eyes, oh my shield, and you'll surrender all. You think your will is iron, you think your thoughts are yours, but every lock has one last key, and I've opened countless doors. I am the seventh son, the voice behind your mind. Truth is never hidden, only left for fools to find. See beyond the veil, where nightmares are begun. You call it madness, I call it sight. I am the seventh son. Doctor Mindbender forged the tools that amplify the dream. Dire tech ignites the spark beyond the conscious stream. Memories become illusions, illusions become fate. Every whispered suggestion seals another victim's fate. Within my shield's endless depths, impossible stars align. Ancient eyes awaken where forgotten worlds entwine. Are they merely visions? Something waiting there. Tell me what you witnessed if you still dare. Don't resist the silence, don't deny the call. The greatest prison ever built was never made of walls. I am the seventh son, the voice behind your mind. Truth is never hidden, only left for fools to find. See beyond the veil, where nightmares are begun. You call it madness, I call it sight. I am the seventh son. Look deeper. The crystal does not lie. It only reflects what your mind was never meant to see.
The stars are watching, the darkness breathes. Your fear has opened.
What cannot be sealed. I am the seventh son, the hand you cannot see. Every doubt you've ever known now belongs to me. Beyond the veil I stand, where endless shadows run. You fear the revelation, I have already won. The crystal never falters, the truth cannot be undone. You call it horror, you call it lies, I simply smile. I am the seventh son. Open your eyes. The crystal was never showing. Your future
Wait, that's me.
I'm the G.I. Joe gamer, cool and witty, talking about those characters, heroes and villains. On Wednesday nights we shout Yo Joe or Cobra, talking about the Joe team and a Cobra tide. Yo Joe, Cobra, Cobra. I'm here to give my G.I. Joe takes. Oh yeah, Yo Joe, Cobra, Cobra. Joe's got snake eyes, the silent ninja in black. Quick with his swords, he'll give you a heart attack. Then there's Duke, the leader, so bold, gung-ho, always ready to fight and make those cameos. And we can't forget about Scarlet, the ultimate girl power. A fierce warrior, she'll make her enemies cower. Cobra's got Destro to supply the weapons. Cobra Commander plots and schemes, see ruling the world in his dreams. Zartan is never what he seems, and Baroness rocks that black leather outfit. Shoot you quick and slip out the back of the pit. Yo Joe, Cobra, Cobra. I'm here to give my G.I. Joe takes. Oh yeah, Yo Joe, Cobra, Cobra. Talking about the characters, it's a G.I. Joe thing. Oh yeah! Let's do this.
Mature content warning. On Logan's Joe Takes, strategic commentary may include strong language, heated opinions, classified references. Time to call in the Joes. Opposing forces may attempt audio interference. Logan's Joe Takes. Mission begins now.
Welcome to Joe Takes 85. We're going to be talking Crystal Ball today. Now, he came out in 1986. Very cool character, very underrated, and until recently, not talked about a whole lot. Larry Hama had him in like one comic, and he didn't write it. It was written by Herb Trimpe, and it's a special mission. I'll be taking a look at that in a little bit. And then later on, he had him a bit in the IDW run of his G.I. Joe saga. But Crystal Ball, he's the Cobra hypnotist, and he is a strange character. And they based the original mold, the face sculpt, off of the actor Vincent Price. Now, if you don't know who Vincent Price is, he was a very famous actor in the 60s, 70s, and even a little bit into the 80s before he passed away. But he was like the king of horror back in the day. And he had this really cool hair and the mustache, and just you always knew it was him. Tiger even wrote a song that was a tribute to Vincent Price. It was really cool. And that's who this character, the sculpt, was based off of. Now, the file card was written by Stephen King, so that makes this character a little bit even more interesting. And he wrote this file card so that they would base a G.I. Joe character off of his son. So we'll talk a little bit about that when we talk about the character later on. But this is such a cool little action figure. Now, he originally came with a little shield, a little black shield, and in it there was this little lenticular card that was glued inside the shield. And I lost mine years ago. The lenticular card, I don't know whatever happened to that. And you would move it back and forth, and it would show a 3D-like image and change the image. It was really cool. Now, there is the classified version has that as well. And so it has a lenticular card in it, and I will show you that in just a bit. We get some music in the background, and let's keep this going. But yeah, I mean, he's got that Doctor Strange kind of look to him, and Vincent Price may have been based. Doctor Strange may have been based a little bit off Vincent Price too. Has that gray on the sides, and Doctor Strange has that. And then the mustache, I mean, heck, back in the day, I think Vincent Price could have played Doctor Strange. You know, it would have been pretty cool. But, you know, a very, very neat character. He molded on sidearm there. And that's the 1986 crystal ball. Now, as far as I know, and I'll double check here real quick, but I'm pretty sure the only other one they ever made was the classified version. But let me just check yojo.com here real quick. And oh, it's 1987, not 1986. I'm sorry, I misspoke. And I knew it was 1987. I don't know why I said 86. 86 was the year that they did the second season of the G.I. Joe Sunbow cartoon. And this was the only version of Crystal Ball ever released. That's what I thought. In the 3 3/4 inch scale. Now, and they didn't do one for the 25th anniversary line, but they did bring out a classified version, which is really cool because they added something to it called Dire Tech, which is something I'm pretty sure that him and Dr. Mindbender put together. And they gave him a name, Richard King. So, you know, Stephen King, I guess, is a tribute to him. And his son's name was Owen King. So is him and Sneak Peek related because they have the same last name? No, I don't think so. But, you know, maybe a little bit of tribute to Stephen King there by giving him the name Richard King originally. He didn't have they didn't know who he was. He was unknown. But Richard Cristobal King, he is number 159 in the series. Nothing really on top with the Cobra symbol. There's the back of the box, and then this incredible side art, which shows him using the Dire Tech. I wish I had just showed him in the original, but I get it. It looks really cool, and he actually, with the Dire Tech, can create hallucinations and make people believe they're seeing things. So it's intense, and I really like the Dire Tech. He's the only one I've got so far with the Dire Tech. They brought out like a Ghost Viper, which I don't have. That I would love to get, but that one's gone. Here, gone. They're not there really on Hasbro polls to purchase, and I never saw him on like Amazon or anything. And then now they've got the Dire Tech Night Creepers, and then they've got another Dire Tech one coming out, and they came with some really cool stuff. This kind of color, the fluorescent green kind of color. With wolves and snakes, cobra snakes, it was pretty awesome with the Ghost Troopers. But there's that lenticular shield I showed you, and I really show it off very well in my On Joe Takes video. So at the end I'll play that. But yeah, his original shield looked very similar to this, only smaller, and it had this little, like I said, the little lenticular card in it that made it so it was like kind of like 3D. Now he does come with his sidearm that you can remove, and it comes out of the holster, and it's a pretty cool looking laser pistol, I guess. Could be just a revolver, but what's he got coiled around it, I'm not really sure. It's not a snake, so I'm not you know, I'm not sure what it is. I really can't see up that close to see it, but it just, yeah, he's got this his coat, his trench coat, just kind of goes right down, so it makes the sliding in and out of the pistol a little bit more difficult, but it makes it look so cool too. So you can do the whole woo, the old West gunfighter scene, so you can throw his trench back and pull his pistol out. I do like these little his belt on his trench coat hangs off the side there. And, you know, really, really cool figure. Head sculpt, really badass. He doesn't look so much like Vincent Price anymore, or you could argue he looks more like Vincent Price. So it's hard to say whether they continue the head sculpt basing it off Vincent Price. I don't even know if that's official Hasbro, whether they say they did or not, but they did. Whether they want to admit it or not. And I don't know if they do it or not. I really don't care. But it's a really cool figure. I like that he came with this badass sword. So he has a sidearm and he has a blade. So he's got it covered. Now he also came with this little extra hand, which I do show off in the be on Joe Takes video, so you can see it better than that. But it just, you can swap out his left hand only. Doesn't have one for his right hand, but his right hand isn't gloved. Only the left hand. So I don't know. And so he can wield his sword and his pistol, I guess. But I guess he wants to be able to grip that shield a little better without a glove on it, because he uses the shield to hypnotize people, which is pretty cool. I mean, I dig this character. Really awesome character that most people don't really talk about. Hey, Betty, how you doing? It's good to see you. Thanks for popping in. We'll do the regular shout outs when Tiger shows up at the top of the hour or just before, depending on how soon I get this here done, because, you know, unfortunately there's not a lot of media for this character. He came out at a time, they made G.I. Joe the movie, he wasn't in it, and then they didn't have G.I. Joe for an entire year after that. Well, from 87 to 89, they didn't make any G.I. Joe animated films in 1988. So he fell in that into the crack, really, of characters that weren't used, like Crocmaster, Raptor wasn't really utilized very well. Of the three, Cristobal is the one I like the most. I mean, I did Crocmaster and I did Raptor, but Cristobal was a cooler character. And of course, then they had Techno Viper come out that year, and the Armored Cobra Commander for Cobra, but they didn't really do much other than that. They only had that. They would have like 11 Joes carded and then like 6 Cobras, if I remember right, each year. And so, you know, I don't think they did a Trooper other than Techno Viper that year for Cobra. But Cristobal and Crocmaster and Raptor were new characters that came out. It was pretty cool. Now, he came with a head that you can swap out. Very Cthulhu, Lovecraftian type dire tech helmet, so that, you know, when he's using his hallucinations, this is what he looks like. And again, I show it off more. I swap the heads out and stuff and play around with it in the video. And he came with this Cristobal in the same dire tech type colors. And then you can actually see into the Cristobal, and you know, there's a globe in there, and it moves around. It's kind of neat. It doesn't move around, but there's the look, makes it look like it moves around, because it's like almost a marble in there. It's pretty cool. 11:6 Joe Cobra ratio. possibly. What's up, Ray? It's good to see you, Rudini Cats, in the house. I'll load up your clip for later. And, you know, if we happen to get your other half in here, then I'll load up the full clip for you guys. Now, the other thing, I'm gonna take this shield off so it's easier to show off, because I really want to talk about it. Because this is so much better than the original. The original just had these 2 little clips, and this has like soft plastic, so you can grip the handle, and then you can just put this over his wrist. It's kind of cool. Now, I don't know if I can get this up really close and play with it a little bit, but as you can see, it just kind of jumps out, and it has this weirdness going on. Really weird effects with it. It's pretty cool. And then what they did was they had the dire tech cover piece for it. And I don't know why they did this. It's kind of cool. It snaps in there really good. And once you get it in, it's not that easy to pull out. So I'm going to put it in here just the one time, and I'm not going to take it out. But that's what it kind of looks like with the dire tech. So it's not lenticular anymore. I love the lenticular card that's in there that makes it 3D kind of, but it's pretty badass. And you can adjust that around so it's straight up when he's holding his shield like this. And so you see it, and it makes it look all dire techy, as it were. Now, as far as Cobra, we'll get into the character here in a bit. I'll play the file card and start talking about him. But I like all the additions that they made to this character. The trench coat, better. They kept the fur around the top, very cool. They kept the shoulder pads, which is interesting. Kept the bracer on the one hand, and then gave you an entirely different kind of gauntlet over here where he has his sword, which is really cool. Now, he didn't come with a knife or anything like that back in the day, just the shield and the molded on gun. So that's where we're at with the comparison. Well, let's show them the back, which they did so much better in the classified version of Crystal Ball. It's just really cool. All right, what do we got going on here in the chat? Lenticular, right? Yes, that's what they call it. It's like it creates like a 3D effect, and it's a thick card with multi layers. That's what they call that. Yes, lenticular. All right, so I'm going to play the file card, and we'll come back, and I'll come back and talk about the characters. So here is codename Crystal Ball. If I can do this right.
Codename Crystal Ball. Hypnotist. File name unknown. Birthplace unknown. Primary specialty interrogation. Secondary specialty mind control. Crystal Ball is Cobra's hypnotist and is the seventh son of a seventh son, born of a Romanian father who supposedly had second sight, and an American mother from Bangor, Maine. Legend indicates seventh sons of seventh sons have telepathic powers. Whether this is true or not, Crystal Ball can reportedly sometimes read minds and has been used as an interrogator of captured Joes. Crystal Ball claims that the origins of his talents stem from the dark and mysterious power of the occult. Independent research by Psych Out uncovered another possible origin, tied to a theatrical hypnotist known as Trance Master, who operated as an encyclopedia salesman in Maine before traveling abroad to gain new knowledge of hypnotic techniques. An unnatural spike in encyclopedia sales, combined with his sudden disappearance from the lecture circuit, corresponded with the appearance of Crystal Ball as part of Cobra. Whatever his true past, Crystal Ball has proven to be an effective Cobra agent, helping Dr. Mindbender to modify the brainwave scanner and using his unusual talents to bend the will of Cobra prisoners. Minds to me are an open book.
Thought those images and the file card video with music came out really good on that one. Definitely a very different kind of character. Crystal Ball, Cobra hypnotist. It was just it was an interesting thing to add to the line. Well, the same year, Raptor and a Crocmaster, very odd, very different type characters. And just so you know, I've tried out this. My family is trying out this dirty Mountain Dew. It's kind of a cream soda Mountain Dew. It's really good, actually. If you like cream soda and you like Mountain Dew, you might like this. It's good stuff. But anyway, so in Cobra, he doesn't show up for a long time, and then eventually he was in Special Missions. I'm pretty sure 24. Yeah, that's his first appearance, and that was written by Herb Trimpe, not by Larry Hama. So I don't think Larry Hama thought much of this character, but then years later in IDW, I guess maybe after a time, he got an idea for a storyline for him. He had Crystal Ball and Firefly working together, of all people, and they were trying to take over the same building that had the original Joe and Nurse Jane. And they were a couple by that point, and they were in this this skyscraper in New York that had a laser. It wasn't a laser in it, but it had the controls to a laser in space. And so they were Cobra kept trying to take that over that laser. I can't imagine why they want that power, right? But so yeah, they didn't have a lot of very cool storylines with Crystal Ball. But I'll bust this out and we'll take a look at it. This is a story that actually has George Bush in it. That was the era that it was written, in the early 90s, late 80s maybe, early 90s, right after he just became president. Let me see, this is 1989. So yeah. So that, yeah, it was his first year as president. Yeah, Jinx on the cover. I probably just showed this not too long ago in Jinx's video, but right away you've got the three Lady Joes at the time. You got Scarlet, Lady J, CoverGirl, and Jinx, and they were mad because Hawk had them dressed up as cheerleaders in disguise. But it turned out that was a good thing because Crystal Ball hypnotized all the Joes, and that the rest of the Joes, Falcon and Hawk and Tunnel Rat and Zap is in here. He had a pretty good, interesting team backup for this special mission, and Doc, as you can see there. And yeah, they got taken over by Crystal Ball as they actually started to show the game, and they had Armored Cobra Commander and Raptor in here, some Vipers naturally, and a Cobra Trooper even. But yeah, Crystal Ball showed up, and in this he hypnotizes them with his eyes. So I thought that was pretty cool. So he knows how to do that. And his shield, that's definitely not what he used it for, and it didn't look like that. But I guess this is the way the artist interpreted it. Like I said, it was written by Herb Trimpe, and the penciler was Dave Cockrum in this. And like I said, this was just a fun little special mission. I think it was the only special mission not written by Herb. But yeah, the ladies didn't get hypnotized because they were out on the field, and so they were able to move in on Cobra, and they figured out what was going on, and they saved the day. So this was a G.I. Joe ladies issue, and so I guess Herb Trimpe didn't think a lot of Crystal Ball either, because the ladies of G.I. Joe took him down. Not that they couldn't take down a lot of people, but I don't know. For me, I think that'd be an honor to be taken down by those four gals. But you know, there's Crystal Ball in the comic, and this, like I said, as far as I know, it's the only Marvel G.I. Joe comic that he's in. And like I said, he was in an IDW run for a bit with Firefly, who happened to be in this one too. So they did know each other. Not that do all the Cobras know each other, maybe, but doubtfully. Looks like I had Hardball in this one too. Interesting. Well, that makes sense because they were in a baseball game. So Hardball there. Lady J, not a character they talk about much, and they don't have a classified version of Hardball yet, but I've heard talk that they might have one. But yeah, that was it for Crystal Ball. That was hypnotized everybody, and the Lady G.I. Joe saved the president from the Cobra attack. And I'm pretty sure that was the actual Cobra commander, not Fred the Seventh, but I could be wrong. I'd have to read it again and find out. But like I said, in the comics, that was it. And in the cartoon, I don't think it was even in a comic book commercial. So no animated appearances of Crystal Ball at all, which is sad because the look of the character is so cool, and I think they could do so much. And you would think that they would have utilized him in G.I. Joe Renegades, because that would have been a cool thing, you know, to have that character. But yeah, just a neat character, Crystal Ball. That's going to take me to my take on Crystal Ball. Now, where does he fit in the Cobra hierarchy? He's a mercenary. Doesn't really fit in the hierarchy at all. I mean, they might put him in charge of troops. He might hypnotize some troops and take control of the situation if he thinks it'll benefit him. Otherwise, he's probably just going to stay in the background and do his thing. Now, they do call him in for interrogations because supposedly he can read minds. Now, whether he can read minds or not, he can read people, and he basically gets information out of people really well. So he's a good interrogator, which made it so that he was replacing Dr. Mindbender as the interrogator at the time, because Dr. Mindbender went from the interrogator to the chief scientist of Cobra. And so for a while, until Interrogator came out in '91, he was their main go-to guy to interrogate GI Joe prisoners and whatnot. So interesting character. Now for me, I haven't utilized him in any of my fan fiction at this point in time. It's not because I don't like the character. I just don't. Maybe, and then this may be how Larry Hama felt too. I just don't know where to place him in a story, a military type story versus soldiers who are trained to resist torture and interrogation. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see that working with him hypnotizing the Joes in that. It was fun and it was an interesting storyline, but again, Larry Hama didn't even bother to write that one. It is considered canon because it's part of the Marvel line, and it was in the Larry Hama's Special Missions series. But maybe Larry Hama went like, I don't want to do a crystal ball story, and Marvel said we have to do one. We're under contract with Marvel Comics, with Hasbro, Marvel Comics. So he was like, we'll let Herb write it, I guess, because Herb Trimpe had already written like GI Joe #8. And whenever Larry Hama couldn't write one, Herb Trimpe would write it. And Herb Trimpe was the original G.I. Joe artist. So there you go. It was nice to have them both working together at the beginning. Larry Hama is a decent artist too, and he'll do the full art for comics sometimes on occasion. He used to, but he would like to just do the breakdowns and then have another artist come in and either ink it or clean it up for him, because a lot of artists do good work, but they don't have maybe comic quality work. So let's wrap things up with Crystal Ball here, because this is what I like about this character. I think they updated him very well. What would I do with him if I actually utilized him in the story? Now, back when I was a kid, I played with him all the time because I didn't understand hypnotism and all that, and so he would go in and he'd said, look into my eyes and all that, and look into my shield. I used the shield all the time, and he'd hypnotize me because that was his power. So I thought it was kind of cool. But as an adult, I went like, well, GI Joe isn't about powers. They're about people with that are skilled and have amazing abilities, but they're not superheroes. They're just everyday, the everyman hero, And so for a time, Crystal Ball sat in my collection, and I didn't ever do anything with it. It was part of my collection. And then I went to work, and did adult things, as it were. And so, in my mind, this character just went to the background. And I liked the character. And until Classified, I really didn't think much of him, to be honest. And then he came out, and I really like this Diatech. And so like I said, Lovecraftian Cthulhu type. It's supposed to be a mask, and I wish it was a mask that went right over his head, but no. It's basically a swappable head. You have to take his head off and put it on, and then you got his crystal ball, which I like. It does have a flat base. What I don't like about it is neither his regular gun hand or his swappable hand will hold this. I did manage to get a pick in my On Joe Takes with this hand holding the crystal ball, sort of. I kind of faked it and used camera trickery and made it look like he was actually holding it. But trickery, yes. I used trickery. But like I said, very interesting character. I dig him, and the addition of the sword. I'm a swords guy, so I like swords. So that was cool too. And the look, the original Crystal Ball had red eyes. I don't know if the paint's worn off on mine or you can see it. But they did. The new one does have red pupils. Not red pupils, but this, whatever. He has red eyes too, so I thought it was cool that they continued that, and they just made a very, very, very cool update. You got the necklace that comes out. It's got two necklaces actually. So yeah, badass character. And they do have the same shirt. He's wearing the same kind of shirt as the original, so very nice update. But that's my take on the crystal ball. Now, tomorrow I'm going to be doing a live look at the Crimson Strike team, and it comes in this box right here, and it's Tomax and Zaymont and the Baroness. So I'll be taking a live look just at the figures for a few minutes, so I can add that to a GL Joe Takes reissued here in about a month or so, and have some fun with that. But that's my Joe Take on Crystal Ball. Hope you enjoyed it. It was short and sweet, but like I said, there's not much to talk about this character because they didn't do much with the character, unfortunately. And they're doing stuff with him in the Skybound, the Image stuff right now, and he's on a couple of covers that I've seen, and it looks cool. But I haven't been able to get into the Skybound stuff or the Darihama stuff through Skybound either. With his regular series continuing in the 300s, I just haven't been able to afford the comics. Or I've been, I have a choice. I gotta go every once in a while, or I can get comics. So I chose the figures over the comics, and that's where I'm at with that. But for now, that's my Joe Take on Crystal Ball. We'll be starting Fridays from the Hill tier pretty soon. Tiger may not jump in until the top of the hour, so I might just chat a little bit or talk some more Joe stuff, or who knows. We'll see what we do. But for now, here's the on Joe Takes video, so you can see that. I did a lot of really cool shots with Crystal Ball, so hope you enjoy that. And then, of course, we'll have the Joe Takes outro. But then we're not going anywhere. We'll be right back here with Fridays from the Hill. So we'll see you in a bit.
Look into the crystal. There is nothing to fear. Only the truth. Sky where whispered legends crawl, the seventh son of a seventh Sunday foretold I'd hear them call. Romanian blood remembers what the blind refuse to see, while shadows from forgotten stars have always spoken through me. Interrogation is an art, the mind's a fragile cage. Every secret longs to breathe upon another page. You built your walls with reason, but your certainty will fall. One glance into my eyes or my shield, and you'll surrender all. You think your will is iron, you think your thoughts are yours, but every lock has one last key, and I've opened countless doors. I am the seventh son, the voice behind your mind. Truth is never hidden, only left for fools to find. See beyond the veil, where nightmares are begun. You call it madness, I call it sight. I am the seventh son. Doctor Mindbender forged the tools that amplify the dream. Dire tech ignites the spark beyond the conscious stream. Memories become illusions, illusions become fate. Every whispered suggestion seals another victim's fate. Within my shield's endless depths, impossible stars align. Ancient eyes awaken where forgotten worlds entwine. Are they merely visions? Something waiting there. Tell me what you witnessed if you still dare. Don't resist the silence, don't deny the call. The greatest prison ever built was never G.I. Joe fun just found a new home. Fridays off from the hilltop. Crimson Guard with eyes on the team. Snake Eyes silent and mean, but tough to rile. Roadblock rhymes and cooks with style. Duke has the first shirt making with a plan. Cobra Commander schemes with his clan. Scarlet sharp hits, hard flips fast. Destro's armor gleams from the past. My G.I. Joe takes fierce and honest view. Red versus blue, it's up to you. Stay a while and listen for the consumerism. My G.I. Joe's takes giving with enthusiasm. Sergeant shifting sneaks in disguise. Storm Shadow's blade cut through lies. Baroness cold with her deadly aim. Shipwreck laughs, wins the game. Doc's healing hand in the fray. Flint's shotgun clears the way. Major Blood's battle cry echoes near. General Hawk leads, we cheer. From the hilt on YouTube, tune in for a day. Joe takes to help you with your play. Let's put these characters to the test. I'm Logan, the G.I. Joe gamer, and I play it